If you're shopping for a used car, you're probably being steered toward the wrong vehicles. Dealers love selling people overpriced SUVs loaded with screens, sensors, and repair bills they never saw coming. Meanwhile, dirt cheap used cars are sitting on dealer lots right now that will still be running after those new SUVs are already falling apart. Number 10. Honda Accord. The 7th generation Accord, the 2003 through 2007, is one of the few cheap used cars that still makes complete sense today. Honda built this when reliability was the whole point. The 4-cylinder is the one to look for. It's simple, dependable, and cheap to run. These cars earned their reputation because owners could drive them for years without constantly fixing something every few months. Any normal shop can work on it, and parts are everywhere. What makes the Accord work is how little it demands from you. You sit at the right height naturally, without dropping down low or climbing up awkwardly. The gauges are easy to read. The climate controls are real buttons and dials, and nothing requires digging through screens while you're driving. Turn the key, and it just works. With proper care, these engines routinely push past 200,000 miles, and many reach 300,000. Clean ones still trade around $5,000, and a well-kept example will run another decade for whoever owns it next. The Accord stays out of your way. Once the roads get rough or winter shows up, though, you notice its limits fast. Number 9. Lincoln Town Car. People hear Lincoln and assume it's expensive to keep running. With this one, it's the opposite. Underneath the soft leather and the chrome, the town car rides on the same body-on-frame Panther platform that powered police cruisers and taxi fleets for 30 years. That makes it one of the easiest vehicles any mechanic will ever work on. The 4.6 V8 is not exciting, and that is why people trust it. Parts are cheap and widely available, and the ride is what really separates it from anything modern. That heavy steel frame soaks up broken pavement, expansion joints, and potholes, the stuff that jars you in a newer crossover. It takes the hit before your back does. The seats are wide and soft. Getting in never feels awkward because the doors open wide, and the trunk is enormous. This was engineered to survive hundreds of thousands of hard miles, and owner reports consistently show examples crossing 300,000 to 400,000 miles with basic upkeep, which is exactly why owners still swear by it. A well-kept one runs $4,000 to $7,000. So what if the whole point is spending almost nothing instead? The next name here owns that title. Number 8. Toyota Corolla. The 2003 through 2008 Corolla was built around one idea: keep the cost low for as long as possible. Toyota wasn't trying to impress anyone with this car. They were trying to build something that never gave you a reason to complain. And that's exactly what they did. RepairPal ranks the Corolla first out of 36 compact cars for reliability, with average annual repair costs of just $362 compared to $526 for the average compact and $652 across all vehicles. The 1.8-liter 4-cylinder engine runs reliably if you keep the oil in it, insurance stays low, fuel economy is strong, and parts are readily available on every shelf in the country. Your local shop has worked on hundreds of them. They can fix it in their sleep. There's no expensive tech underneath waiting to drain your wallet later. No complicated suspension or complicated electronics. Just a car that fires up, drives, and gets you home without drama. It's small and painless to park, with a clear view in every direction. $4,000 buys you a car most mechanics would trust to run reliably every morning for the next decade. The Corolla handles daily life for almost no money. Then winter shows up. Number 7. Subaru Outback. The Outback earns its spot by handling bad weather and bad roads without making you climb up into a truck to do it. It sits taller than a sedan, with real ground clearance, so a snowed-in driveway or a rough gravel road to a cabin just isn't a problem. But it's still shaped like a wagon, not a bulky SUV. Huge windows and a tall roof make visibility excellent. Standard all-wheel drive comes on every single one, and it actually helps before the weather turns ugly, pulling you through rain, snow, and ice without drama. The Outback has a reputation for lasting forever if you maintain it properly. With regular maintenance, it routinely reaches 200,000 to 300,000 miles, and it ranks first out of 66 crossover SUVs for reliability according to IC Cars. The rear is where the Outback really proves its worth. The cargo floor is low and flat, So loading coolers, luggage, and camping gear doesn't mean hoisting anything over a tall bumper. Set it down and slide it in. Even now, a clean one with service history still costs less than a lot of people spend on a golf cart. Rugged earns its keep if your roads demand it. Now picture the exact opposite, and it's closer than you think. Number 6. Buick Lucerne. Most aging comfort cars feel old in the worst ways. Bad fuel economy, loose suspension, and rattles everywhere. The Lucerne avoids a lot of that. Look for the V6 version, because that 3.8-liter engine is one of the most bulletproof motors General Motors ever produced, which runs to 250,000 miles and costs almost nothing to keep alive. Unlike a lot of used luxury cars, ownership never becomes a nightmare. A lot of luxury cars start falling apart once they age. The Lucerne usually doesn't. Parts are widely available, mechanics have been working on this engine for decades, and routine maintenance stays predictable year after year. The seats are broad and cushioned. The dash is clean. The climate controls are big physical knobs. And getting in and out is easy because the seat height lands right where your hips already are. It feels far more expensive than what people actually pay for it today. Clean Lucernes sell in the 5,000 to 8,000 range. But not everybody is driving around alone, and the next one solves that problem better than almost anything here. Number 5. Toyota Sienna. Most people overlook the Sienna completely, which is a mistake, because it solves more real problems than anything else here. Start with the doors. They slide instead of swing, so you never have to fight a heavy door in a tight parking spot, and the opening is enormous. So getting in is stepping in and sitting down, not ducking, twisting, and folding. The floor sits low to the ground, so there's no climbing up the way there is with a truck-based SUV. Inside, this thing feels unbelievably spacious. Loading it is effortless, and moving around inside doesn't feel cramped or awkward. If you're loading kids, luggage, groceries, or road trip gear, the Sienna makes life easy. Toyota used this engine in multiple vehicles for years because it simply worked. Keep up basic maintenance and these vans just keep going. Road trips, camping gear, dogs, luggage, Costco runs. Nothing else here is this practical. Good examples sit in the 8,000 to 12,000 range. The Sienna solves problems most SUVs create, but if it's just you and you still enjoy driving, the top 4 are where this list gets a lot more interesting. Number 4. Toyota Highlander. A lot of buyers want SUV visibility without SUV punishment, and the Highlander pulls it off. Look at the 2008 through 2013 models. They use Toyota's 3.5-liter V6, one of the most proven engines the company has ever built. Smooth, strong, and famous for running well past 250,000 miles on routine service. You get SUV visibility and space without the stiff truck ride or awkward climb into the seat. The controls are simple physical buttons, and there's a usable third row when friends or family come along and a flat cargo floor when they don't. That reputation matters because people buy Highlanders expecting them to last, and most of the time they absolutely do. Clean ones land in the 9,000 to 13,000 range. The Highlander is the practical choice. But number 3 is what happens when reliability still comes with personality. Number 3. Acura RDX. This is the one for the driver who hasn't given up on actually enjoying the car itself, and a lot of people still do. A lot of crossovers this cheap feel heavy, slow, and disconnected after a while. The RDX doesn't. Go for the 2013 through 2018 second generation with the 3.5-liter V6. It has enough power to merge without drama. This still feels fun to drive. It stays controlled on the highway without beating you up over rough pavement. Unlike a lot of luxury crossovers in this price range, these usually age surprisingly well. It's also sized just right. Big enough inside to be comfortable and easy to load, but short enough to park without a fight, which matters a lot more every single day. Inside, it feels far more premium than the price tag suggests, without punishing you later with German repair bills. Clean ones run roughly 12,000 to 16,000. The RDX gives you a premium feel for fair money. Then number 2 shows what happens when luxury depreciation does all the work for you. Number 2. Lexus LS 460. This used to cost the price of a house's down payment, with original MSRPs pushing past $65,000 when new. Today, clean LS 460 sell for under 15 grand. That's where this car feels almost unfair for the money. At highway speed, the cabin stays incredibly isolated from the outside world. Most trims come with heated and cooled seats, and the suspension smooths out bad pavement so well that long drives stop feeling tiring. You get out without feeling worn down. Maintenance averages $767 a year on the LS460, which sounds like a lot until you realize the average for luxury full-size cars is $976, and a comparable BMW 7 Series will run you well past that. It's a Lexus, which means underneath everything, the engineering is Toyota's, built to be reliable and serviced by a normal shop. Ask any independent mechanic whether they'd rather work on an old BMW 7 Series or an old Lexus LS, and the answer comes back instantly. But the smartest vehicle here isn't the biggest or the most luxurious. It's the one people overlook completely. Number 1. Honda Fit. This car takes the top spot because it does everything people actually need from a daily driver and asks for almost nothing in return. Look at the 2009 through 2014 cars, or the 2015 and up models. If one fits the budget, the 1.5-liter four-cylinder is classic Honda, the kind that runs past 200,000 miles on nothing but oil changes, with many well-kept examples reaching 300,000. Owners love these because they rarely turn into money pits, even after years of daily use. It costs next to nothing to insure or repair because there is nothing exotic on it to fail. But the reason it belongs at the top is the body. It's tiny enough to park almost anywhere, which matters a lot more once larger vehicles start taking over every parking space around you. Huge windows and a tall roof make visibility ridiculously good, so backing out of a spot never turns into a guessing game. Getting in and out never feels awkward or cramped. The rear seats fold flat in a way Honda calls the magic seat, which turns a tiny car into something that swallows groceries, luggage, and camping gear without complaint. It barely costs anything to run or repair, and somehow still solves daily life better than cars twice its size. Good ones sit in the 6,000 to 9,000 range, and a cared-for Fit has another decade left in it. And that's the list of 10 cars the dealer would rather you walked right past. Every vehicle here is cheaper to live with, easier to repair, and far less financially painful than the oversized crossover the dealer wanted you to finance. None of them look flashy sitting outside a restaurant or country club, but every single one will still be running long after the expensive new SUV loaded with electronics is parked at the shop, waiting on a part that's been back-ordered for 3 weeks. If you had to spend your own money tomorrow, which car on this list would you drive home? And what are you driving right now that you're hoping to replace? Drop it in the comments. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for more. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.